had a child who was 6 years old said to me, "Is my brain broken? Is my brain broken?" You know? It's inherent in all kids that have developmental delays and learning disabilities. Anxiety is very high.
If they're in a situation where they're being told to do activities which don't support their growth, which push them in directions which aren't where they are, which ask them to do things which they cannot do yet, and then make them feel bad for not being able to do it, good intentions or not, these children can't grow.
Our students learn what they learn through the relationships that they make with their teachers and with their peers. They require that we be very human. And they require a team effort. That's how the learning takes place.
This is a school embedded in a larger community that has within it other communities.
It's wonderful for the children to have an opportunity to be around people of different ages.
There's Belinda. She's great. I always connect with her. I swear, every time I see her, she smiles. Every time. No matter how she's feeling, she's still smiling. I heard this expression once that we are the sky, and sadness and anger and depression are passing clouds. They're always gonna come by, but they're always gonna leave. So you are not sadness or depression. Those are just passing clouds.
Who is the student in front of us? How are they living and how are they connecting to themselves and to the world? Is their speech slurred? Is their speech quiet? Is it loud? These are all pictures of how we can experience the child. You don't even have to hear someone speak. You can just watch someone move and you already have a sense of who they are and what they need.
The attainment of a certain level of freedom to your body will transfer itself to also attainment of a certain kind of mental agility and mental freedom. You have to get yourself out of the way and just do what the saw needs to do in relationship to that piece of wood. Music teachers know this, that you don't force the bow. You know, you just guide the bow.
So much more happens when human beings interact with each other, you know, heart to heart, head to head, engaged in doing something together. A lot of the problems that autistic children have is how to engage with other human beings, how to conduct themselves with normal social activity and social interaction. In many cases, you have to take their hands in your hand, wrap them around a tool, and move it along the wood. Not just for 2 or 3 strokes, but over and over and over again. But something begins to slowly happen where all the wires begin to be connected. And to see somebody this month do something that he couldn't even remotely do a month or 2 months ago or even a year ago is amazing. It really brings about a breakthrough. What's really interesting for me is when they start asking me questions about myself. But when that begins to happen and we can really begin to have a dialogue about each other's lives, it gets really fun.
At Atospect, we give them experiences of you can, you're okay, and we recognize who you are, and we're gonna help you to grow. And the power of that support is transformational in and of itself. Now I can really do something.
The children are compared only to themselves, to their past and to their possible futures. They're not going to fit into any one system. You kind of have to meet them where they are.